Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, and I'm here in Denver at the NFL TAC meetings.
Yeah.
And I'm with Tim Coogan, SVP of Commercial Sales for Cisco. Tim, first time on ZKast.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited. This will be fun.
Yeah, and before we get going on the content, this is a really exciting event. Let's talk about your role, what you do at Cisco.
Yeah. So thank you again for having me. It's really a pleasure.
Yeah.
So as the SVP for commercial business in Cisco, responsible for 5,000 of our largest accounts across the entire United States, but also then for our mid and virtual business and our SMB business. So it's an almost $7 billion piece of Cisco's business, and it's my great pleasure to lead it.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to be at this event. It's my first time here, actually.
Yeah.
And it's a great event because it's, I think this whole concept, the intersection of sports and tech, has gotten, it's really been, the innovation's been driving fast.
Yeah.
And I think the NFL has been at the forefront of a lot of that. And so when you think about this event, why is this event unique? What makes it so impactful, and why is Cisco here?
Yeah, so it's actually a great question, and we're here because of the content that we get, the content we get from the league, from the clubs, from the stadiums, because we get to see behind the scenes, and we get to understand exactly what makes the NFL move, what makes the clubs move, and when we know how they run, we can then fine-tune our technology to bring the most benefit.
Yeah, and so, of course, if you go upstairs in the little expo area, it's not that big an expo area, but to the expo area, there's a lot of tech vendors there.
Right.
And in fact, if you look across sports, there's so many vendors that participate in sports. Right. But I think Cisco's position is a little unique in that you take more of a platform approach, and talk about that, why you do that, and why you think that creates such a differentiator for Cisco.
Yeah, thank you for that question, because I think it's one that really is at the core of why Cisco has built the portfolio that we've built. We want to take a holistic approach to all of our customers. And when you look at what the NFL does and how they interact with the clubs, to just sell one thing or provide one solution does a disservice to the overall offering that is the NFL. And so that holistic approach, our ability to go from A to Z and do things comprehensively, is exactly why we sponsor the NFL and why we're here today.
Yeah, and so talk about the platform itself, though. Like, what does that encompass?
Yeah, so for us, platform can be anywhere from route switch and wireless to security. As a technology partner to the NFL, we look at providing all of the resources that Cisco can bring. Now, cybersecurity is our focus with the NFL, but we want to bring all of the resources to Cisco to the game.
Yeah, and that includes even, I was in the keynote this morning, a lot of what they talked about was collaboration, observability, right? That's all become part of what you think of as the modern IT stack, I think.
Yeah, so one thing we think about is cybersecurity can feel product specific. We think of it in terms of digital resilience, the ability to include all pieces of the security platform and portfolio, including observability, like with our acquisition of Splunk. That's part of that overall digital resilience story.
Yeah, and the other thing that I noticed when I was watching the main stage sessions this morning was when the NFL was talking about next-gen fan experience, VIP ticketing and facial recognition, grab and go. It's all based on the network.
It is.
Right, and when you talk to the NFL CIOs, is there an awareness now that the network plays a more important role? Because I think in a lot of ways that was taken for granted for a while.
It was, and so we look at that in kind of two ways. We want the NFL and the clubs to be aware of the network, but we want the fans to not be aware of the network. We think the best technology is technology you don't notice. And so as the league and the clubs move towards grab and go, for instance, in a different kind of digital fan experience, we want that to be seamless. And what we mean by seamless is that you don't even notice that you're leveraging technology differently.
Yeah, and it's been interesting to watch just the in-stadium tech, how much more personal it is. In fact, I was upstairs at lunch, I was talking to a couple of the stadium CEOs, and there's a real mission now to understand every fan. Not just maybe you're the father of four that brought your kids and your wife, right? They want to know everybody that's in the stadium, what they're doing, types of activity they have, and they can offer better experience that way.
Yeah, when technology can cater to the individual as part of the group, that's really where we think technology becomes incredibly powerful. Yeah. So, whether or not, what my dining preferences are, am I there with my family, am I there with some colleagues? I think understanding that level of detail about a fan, about a customer, is really very powerful.
Yeah, and so if you look out in the future, right, there's a lot of emerging tech coming. What are some of the near-term ones do you think that will impact the NFL, and how is Cisco helping them achieve that?
Yeah, so I think you even mentioned it a bit earlier. So physical security, the use of cameras and their ability to bring a different kind of experience. IoT, which is that Internet of Things and bringing in a comprehensive approach to technology. And then of course AI.
Yeah.
And there may not be a more data-driven business, let alone a sports league, that leverages data in the way that the NFL does. And I think AI will play a huge role in the way the NFL delivers on the fan experience.
Yeah, and so that's an interesting topic itself. I mean, we could do a whole ZKast on AI. But when I was up listening to the main stage sessions about what they're doing with AI, you get everything from Copilot to advanced analytics to predictive things, but no team can do all of that at once. Right. And so from the teams you talk to in the league, what are some of the near-term AI initiatives that you think are we're going to see this year? Yeah.
So I think when you think about that term that we use called use cases, I think understanding the way data can help secure a facility, but also the way that data can be used to craft a customized or a curated experience, I think are the two use cases that are really unique to the NFL and to the clubs around the way AI will be used. And again, from a Cisco perspective, we want to be a ubiquitous provider of that platform that allows that data to move freely.
Yeah, and from a fan perspective, if you were to put your kind of vision hat on, right, what does that next-gen fan experience look like?
Oh gosh, the next-gen fan experience really should be one where I have the same level of intimacy with the game that I might have in my home, but I have it with 80,000 people in a stadium, where I can engage with digital media in a way that is really unique to my preferences, but I'm also there in real time, live, enjoying the experience.
So that's an interesting thing that you bring up, because I think a lot of fans would say, and I don't think it's not true, that the experience at home is better. Yeah. Right, I get Scott Hansen on Red Zone, showing me every touchdown. I've got every stat up there, and I know there's really a drive to be able to deliver that level of detail. Even, I talked to some of the teams looking at maybe using augmented reality to be able to look at the field and figure out where the first down marker is, things like that. So it's fascinating as to how you marry the physical experience with the digital experience, and to create something that's unique.
Well, I'm first and foremost a sports fan. I work for Cisco, but I'm a fan, and I ask myself, am I going to sacrifice the intimacy that I have with the game at home when I go to the stadium? And I think that ultimately is our goal, is that I get everything that I get at home, the ability to engage with multi kinds of media at one time, but also then to enjoy what is traditionally a very unique experience, being in the stands watching a game. And we want both of those things to exist in real time.
Yeah, and so when you think about the partnerships, Cisco's got a lot of partnerships with a lot of different companies, sports or not. I think this has been an incredibly successful one for both sides. And why do you think that is?
Yeah, so the NFL is a really unique, NFL and the clubs, and so I don't want to limit it, but we don't sponsor for the traditional reasons that many companies sponsor an organization like the NFL.
Just to get the name up.
We love our brand and we love our logo, but what we really want is we want somebody who's going to test our technology and help us innovate, because ultimately the engine of Cisco is innovation, and the NFL stretches us to the limit of the technology, and they help us build the next generation of technology. And that's what makes this partnership work, is it makes us a better provider.
Yeah, and the other, I think, interesting thing the league's doing, I was talking with one of the NFL execs this morning, I was talking about international expansion. Yeah. Right, that's coming, and I think it's coming faster than most people understand. Right. How's Cisco helping them with that?
Well, so we think that's a unique advantage that Cisco brings to the table. Not only can we sell you products from one end to the other, but we're a global company. And so when we go to work with the NFL in the Middle East or in Europe or in Latin America, we're already there, we have people, we have the ability to support that experience as if it was in the United States, anywhere in the globe.
Yeah, and the partners.
Yeah,
yep. That's a big part of it. You can't do any of this stuff without partners.
We cannot.
Yeah, so, all right, Tim, anything else you want to add?
No, a thrill for me to be on the ZKast. I feel like I've now finally arrived in my IT career that I've been on a ZKast, so thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's a pleasure to have you, and you join a long list of other Cisco executives, so appreciate it.
My honor.
Yeah, so if I were to sum this up, Cisco's moving fast, the NFL's moving fast, and I think together, you can move fast, you can move even faster.
The bottom line is we're better together. When we work closely with our customers in a way that enriches and engages both of our sets of resources, we're just better.
Yeah, well, if you're a fan of the game, as I am and you are, Tim, I'm always in the stadiums looking for the new things. And so every stadium you go to this year, you'll see some new stuff, and a lot of it will be on the network.
Yeah, we'll see everybody at the game, so it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, so on behalf of Tim Coogan from Cisco, I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, and thanks for watching. Give us a like and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time on my next episode of ZKast.